Welcome to the Versa Business Tips Podcast. I'm your host, founder, and CEO of Versa Business Systems, Shaheen Mazloom. We're here with a badass today, Jermaine from Madhouse Boxing, sports
All good.
performance. You guys are out in Westminster, Maryland, right?
Yes, we got one in Westminster, Maryland, and we had one in Eldersburg, Maryland. We had two
Very
locations.
cool. Very cool. Thank you for
Yeah,
hopping on with us today, man. Excited to
my
hear about your
pleasure. My
story and what
pleasure.
you guys are doing.
Yeah, so we've been in business for maybe 11 years, and this March coming up, 11 years.
11 years. Hold on.
Yeah, it's been a blessing.
Let's pause there real quick. 11 years in the gym industry, making it through COVID, bro. How
Yeah,
did you make it through COVID when a lot of gyms had to sell or close man.
man, like if honestly, like I use my cell phone,
Yeah.
and I was down in my basement. I got some duct tape, and I improvised. I put like a footwork drill on the ground.
Right.
Um, I told the kids' parents, I said, "Hey, look, they gotta make this drill. They gotta put this on the ground, do this drill." And
Right.
I told them to get a sock and and a tennis ball. And I literally taught them how to do footwork, and I taught them how to slip. And then
Wow.
and then if they didn't have a heavy bag, I would let them take one of the heavy bags from the gym, go to their
Wow.
house, hang it up, let them borrow some of the weights, and then I would just take them through a workout on my cell phone.
That's
So then I would
awesome,
do the
man.
classes it was like 3 hours, but it was challenging because as soon as the parents left, the kids would turn, look to make sure they was gone, then they'd turn the camera off. I'm just talking to
Oh,
myself.
I could imagine, bro. I could only imagine. So do you work with a lot of kids?
So I specialize in training kids. Yep.
Very cool,
Yep. I
man.
work with a lot of kids.
So what's your background? Like what made you get into this? Like what I mean, obviously it's your passion. You've been doing it 11
Yeah,
years and doing it
yeah, yeah,
successfully. Like
yeah.
what started the boxing
So
thing for you?
So I mean, like to be honest, like I always like loved boxing. I
Uh-huh.
always watched boxing. Like when I was growing up, like we didn't have no boxing gym around out here in Westminster and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But we was always just like had to be honest, like fighting. We just bare knuckle fighting each other and stuff. And going to body, grew up pretty rough, and then eventually I found a couple gyms, got into those gyms and everything, and then got a couple buddies and everything, and we all got into business together. They quit within like the first year.
Oh yeah.
They
Dude,
quit
that's what I
within like
keep
the
trying to
first.
tell people, man. I'm like, dude, 90% of businesses don't make it past the first year because they
Yeah,
give up right before
yeah.
they're about to succeed. I bet they're all mad they quit that first year now, right?
They, I don't know. They might be because I mean,
They
we
probably
quit the first
salty.
year, and 11 years in, we
Yeah.
have over 150 members.
Wow.
And
150 members paying a membership.
paying memberships, monthly
That's
memberships.
great,
Yeah,
bro.
monthly
There's
memberships.
nothing better than residual income.
Yeah, we have Golden Glove champs.
Wow.
We have a good amateur boxing program, and then like the goal is to eventually dominate the amateur boxing scene, and then
Yeah.
eventually take it to the pros
There you
and
go,
everything.
man.
Get out. Yeah. So it's
That's
been a
very
blessing.
cool.
It's been
Very
a
cool. So
blessing.
for those out there that aren't in the Maryland area, Westminster's not a huge town, right? It's about what, an
Nah.
hour outside of a major metro area, right?
Yeah, it's about 45 minutes away from Baltimore City. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
About
so
45
like
minutes away from.
how is it I mean, Westminster's not a huge area. You have
Right.
150 members. Are people coming from all
Yeah.
over or is it
So,
mostly local?
so pretty much it's mostly local. And for the Eldersburg location, most of the people come from like Western Howard County, or they're coming from Baltimore County,
Okay.
Randallstown, Orange Mills, and Eldersburg. Then for the Westminster gym, we get a lot of people who live in Westminster come to this location.
Right.
A lot from like Hampstead and Manchester.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're kind of hitting both sides of the
Yes.
Baltimore area.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool, man. So do you
Yeah.
have like a great manager over there or are you constantly having to
I
go back and
have
forth?
a fantastic manager over there. He
That's
does
the
a
key,
he
right?
does a great job. I mean, he literally gets at the gym at like, at like 5
Wow.
a.m., 5:30 in the morning. he loves it. It's just, he grinds, he
Right.
grinds hard,
Is he getting a piece of the business as well, or is that just how he's built?
he that's how he's built, but he's actually is about to buy in and get a piece of the business.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that was his goal. He's like, look, I'm grinding this out. I want to, I want to be a part of this. So you
Yeah.
created that culture, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
What do you
Yes.
think? What do you think? I mean, you've been expanding. You've been in business 11 years. You've expanded to another location here
Yeah.
in Maryland.
Yeah.
You're obviously doing well in the amateur side, and eventually want to get to the pros. What is it about you? Is it just your love for boxing, or what is it about you that you think makes you different than all these other gyms out there?
To be honest, I'm just really business savvy. Like I'm just really good at business. I'm really good at setting everything up, organizing, making sure we got from A to Z, putting the promotions out there. You get people who jump into business and they immediately try to jump into nonprofits, get a whole bunch of like grants and stuff
Right.
coming in. They're afraid to like invest their own money. Like
Yeah.
I'm a risk taker, so
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna go out
No
there,
risk, no reward.
right? So I go out there because like I'm willing to take that risk because I know parents want their kids to learn
Yeah.
how to defend themselves, and then
So
also I
you
know.
just said three very big things, right? So
Uh-huh,
risk,
uh-huh,
promotion, and
promotion.
people, right? Those
Yes,
are the three things you need. Like you ask any millionaire or billionaire, you ever see that guy on Instagram or YouTube where he goes up to people, "Hey, is that
yes,
your car?
I see them
What do
all
you
the
do?
time.
How did you get this
Yes,
car?" Right? And it's
yes,
always those three things, right? I took risks, I know
yeah,
people, and I promote.
and they
Right?
promote,
Like
right?
those are the
Exactly.
three biggest things. But you were about to say something else. What was the other thing?
I can't even remember right now. Yeah, I can't
All
even
good, man.
remember.
But so the most known is always going to win, right? So
Right.
promotion, when you're promoting your gym, like are you thinking outside of the box? Are you doing different things than
I
everybody else
am
is doing,
thinking
or
outside of the box. So most boxing gyms are nonprofit boxing gyms, and
why is that?
it's because it just people are, most boxing coaches are not going to take the risk to put their name on the lease. They might not know nothing about business. They don't really want to invest their money into it.
I
Like
got you. So
they
they
want
know
to.
boxing, but they're not so much confident on the business side of things.
Right. And then also
I got you.
they normally put their boxing gyms in the hood. Our boxing gyms are in the suburbs. And
Right.
then you don't really find boxing gyms in the suburbs. So putting the boxing gym in the suburbs is brilliant because
Yeah.
to be honest, they pay more money and
Yeah.
everything. So to sign up for a boxing gym in the hood or in the city, you could pay $65 for 6 months or for the whole year. To whereas though to
What?
sign up to our boxing gym, you're paying $175 a month. And we got some
A
people that pay up
month.
to a month. We got some people pay up to $1,000 a month in personal and private lessons
Wow.
and everything. So, but also all my trainers are USA Boxing certified coaches. They are
Okay,
certified
yeah.
personal trainers. They even got
Right.
some type of degree in exercise science. They are very,
Oh,
very
wow. So
familiar.
you got really the best, I mean the best of the best. They know their stuff in and
They
out.
know their stuff. They know their stuff. They know, like you probably can see like the human anatomy charts I got in the back.
Yeah.
Like I really make sure that my coaches are studying kinesiology and the way the body moving and nutrition and everything. So that way they're getting the best product from us.
Right, right. I mean,
Yeah,
that's why you can charge what you can charge and why you're in the summer. So
exactly.
how do you attract that kind of talent? Is it what
So
you're paying them or like, because there's a
well,
lot of different places they could teach boxing, right? Like
it's a lot of
why did they come to you?
Well, you know what? See, the thing is, the reason why they come to us is because they get more one-on-one time. We spend more time with our fighters. That's why
Right.
our Golden Glove champ, he started fighting in 6 months. And he came when we first got him, he was 300 pounds, and now he's 200 pounds.
What?
Started fighting in 6 months. I think he's like
That's
17 and
crazy.
2. Eventually, he's going to go pro and everything. But we spend a lot of time
Wow.
coaching them. We spend a lot of time building up their mindset,
Oh yeah,
just
that's I mean
just
that's
really,
key in life and boxing. I mean, I've always heard people explain boxing as like a way to really excel in every single part of your life.
yeah, it does. It gives you so much like resiliency. It
Yeah.
just you just push. Because it just
Discipline,
discipline. It just make you, it just make you push so much more hard. At least it has for me. You
right.
know, yeah,
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people. You know, I used to work out with a trainer, and my favorite days were always when he was like, you know what, we're putting on the boxing gloves today.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say I was great at it, but man, the workout, like I don't people that have never boxed or never done any kind of boxing training will
Mhm.
never understand how impressive it is, like
It
to be
is.
able to
It is.
go around with
Right.
anybody, let alone 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds with
Yeah.
another fighter. It's I mean
Oh my
it's
God.
on a
Yeah.
whole nother
Especially in
level.
there. Yeah. And when you doing those 3 minute rounds, and
It's
you
crazy.
punching that guy and that guy punching you and everything, it's mental toughness. It's mental
Oh
toughness
yeah. Oh yeah.
and skills and everything. Yeah. Mental
a
toughness
hundred
is great
percent.
plays a big
So
part. Yeah.
so let's talk about the guy you said. So he's an amateur boxer. How
Yeah.
old? 300 pounds. How old?
We got him. He was 17 years old.
Seventeen
He
three
was
hundred pounds.
yes, he was amazing. Excuse me, a amazing football player. Right, he played for Owens Mills
Okay.
High, and so he came. He was like, "I want to box." Funny thing is, his parents came to me because he had scholarships wait for him to go to college. His
Really?
parents
For
came to me
football.
for football, and
Right.
they asked me. They was like, "Hey, can you convince our son to not box?" So I went over there. I waited a
To
little bit. I
not
said, "Hey,
box.
to not box." They want him to go to college to play football. So I said,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, listen, man." I said, before you commit yourself to this, maybe you should really consider like going and getting this education and playing
Right.
football. He's like, "Man, I hate it." He said,
He hates
"They forced
football.
me to play football since I was yay high.
Right,
I'm
because he was
done. I want
big.
to, yeah, I want to do something now." He got in that
Wow.
gym. He would come in that gym for 3 hours, and he pushed himself, and he was fighting.
Wow.
He started fighting. He was fighting guys. Like I say, he was a super heavyweight, and and then he started fighting and losing weight, and he was fighting some big guys, man. Guys,
Wow.
he came 300 pounds. Think he's like 6 foot. He's fighting guys 6'6", 6'5", and he was
What?
destroying
Wow.
them. And then he got so much skill. His coach is great. He got a great coach. The coach really focused on him and everything. He got a great personality. He's not aggressive or nothing
Right.
like that. He's very humble, very respectful and everything. But when he's in between the ropes, it's go
Right.
time. But he's a great kid, hard working. He works at night. When he get off of work, he comes to the gym and he trained.
He's
But
disciplined.
that discipline, and that's the story with a lot of kids. We had kids that come in, overweight kids that came in, they lost a lot of weight, and
That's
we built
great,
their
man.
confidence up, man. I didn't got kids that went off and they in special forces now,
Damn.
firefighters and stuff like that. I got tons of kids. We get them in
That's
here and they
amazing.
just build so much confidence up when they can just go up against another kid and
Right.
everything, and they're not even in there trying to like knock each other out,
Right.
but it's just taking them over the edge. Like, okay, I can do this. I believe
Yeah.
in myself, and then they take that positive energy and they put it
Yep.
out into the world, and they become who they want to
A
become.
100%. I think people undervalue confidence, right? Like everybody
Yes,
loves a confident person and they
yes,
understand confidence is a good thing. But what
hmm
they don't understand about confidence a lot of the time is when you're super confident, you know you can do anything
anything. Yes, because you
that's
believe in
physically or
yourself.
mentally possible. You can
Yes,
literally do
yes,
anything. Like that
yes,
is true confidence. And when you're that confident, you literally go out and do anything.
yes,
Right? Like there's
absolutely,
no stopping you. What you want to do, you achieve
absolutely,
because you have that confidence. Right?
absolutely.
That's amazing what you guys are doing over there, man.
Yeah,
Special
it is.
forces, golden gloves.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
like so you're 11 years in now. How far away are you guys from getting to that pro, that pro level? It sounds like you're almost there.
So pretty much, yeah, we are almost there. Me personally, I don't want to rush it at all.
I love that.
Because I have a promotional company. It's called Knuckle Game Promotion, right?
Okay.
I didn't license it and all that stuff. There's a lot of, boxing politics and all that stuff and everything in there. So I want to go ahead and get my fighters first and
Right.
everything, and then get my fighters, then take the money from my company, put it in there, and then bring them some sponsorships and all that stuff, and then, have my promotional company put those
Right.
guys out there and stuff.
So you
But
want to do it the right way.
I want to do it the right way. I want to make
Dude, that's
sure that
that
it's going
see,
to last.
where did you learn all this business? You said earlier, I'm just good at business.
Yeah.
Nobody's just good at business, bro. Where
Mhm.
did you learn all this? Because you're saying all the right things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't want to rush things. People grow too big too fast, and that's
Yes.
why they fail, right?
Yes.
Where did you learn all this?
Honestly, I learned it just from like trials and tribulations, man. Just like just by failing. Honestly, to be completely honest, by
Failing
failing, like
forward.
like when we first went in business, like came in business, these was our receipts right here, napkins. Somebody, and I'm saying like I can't. This don't even make sense. Why would I like? But then when I would go in somebody else's business, I'd be like, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And I would take those ideas and I would put them in my business and everything. And then that's why my gym is so professional. Like we got an app. When people come in there, there's like everything's digital. They can sign themselves up online. We got the app. They can book their classes. They can, it's just they can keep track of their body measurements through the app and everything. So it's just like a natural gift and just picking up on stuff as I,
Yeah, so
through
you're
my
paying
journey.
attention, right? You're paying
Yeah.
attention everywhere. You're looking
Mhm.
everywhere for
Mhm.
new ideas and opportunities and
Mhm.
things that I think that's the biggest thing is as entrepreneurs, confidence is key, right? But the
Yes.
thing is, a lot of entrepreneurs get too confident and they're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what's best and the
Yeah.
way I
Yeah.
do it is better, and they
Yeah.
stop seeing opportunity and they stop seeing
Right.
areas that they can grow and do better.
Exactly. Yeah. And then also I stay open minded. Stay open minded, and I follow a Christian entrepreneur on YouTube. His name is Myron Golden. Now I'm gonna be following you too more and everything like that. And I follow him. And then also I'm a part of a brotherhood.
Okay.
And we hold each other accountable, and there's a lot of entrepreneurs in there. I'm a part of the MOW Brotherhood, the Man of War
Okay.
Brotherhood. I don't know if
What's
you
it
never heard
called?
of it or not. It's called the Man of War.
Yeah, that's a
Man of War.
big organization, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
based
they
out of
do like they do those like crazy
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
endurance,
yeah.
challenges and all that, right?
Right, yeah. So you have to go through a crucible in order to get inside of the Brotherhood.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I've
I'm
seen it. I have a 1.5 feet, so I can't do all that. But
I
yeah,
got you.
I love the idea behind it. I think it's a
Uh,
great anybody that's physically that physically can do all that. It really does look like an amazing organization.
No, it is. It's great because it's so many entrepreneurs in there, and then
Yeah.
it's like I get a lot of like I can call somebody and be like, hey,
Exactly. It's a great
I
networking
get that.
opportunity too,
Very great networking opportunity right there.
with like-minded people that are,
A
in
lot of
this,
like-minded
that
people.
can do the
Yes,
same things, that can, that
mhm,
have that same mindset, right? Like you
yes,
have to pass
absolutely.
like a certain test or skill level, right? To show that, hey, I'm resilient. I'm
Yes,
willing to do
yes,
this. I'm willing to do
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta go through
incredible.
the
I
paperwork.
love that whole concept.
Yeah.
I solely believe in being surrounded by great people, and a lot of times, like Westminster, Maryland, right? There's
Hmm.
not a ton of billionaires sitting in Westminster, Maryland,
No,
so
it's
it's like,
not.
well, who do
Yeah.
who's gonna mentor me, right? And people think
Right.
like
Exactly.
they need to physically be next to or see this person, right? But there's online communities and there's all these different types of organizations. You could have a mentor that you've never even met in person before, right? You just
Yes.
got to be willing to take the lessons, or read the books, or
Yes.
or join the organizations or whatever.
Yes.
Because that's an investment too, right? That's I'm assuming you pay a membership
Oh
to
yeah.
be a part of
Oh
that as
well.
well, and it's not
Um.
cheap.
No, it's not. It wasn't a cheap investment, but it was an investment worth it.
Yep.
There is like an annually fee, but it's cheaper than cable, you know,
Right.
and everything, and it's worth
I like
it,
the way you say that. Cable's
Yeah,
like $250 a month now.
right. It's it like I got so much out of it, and I've been in
Yeah.
for 4 years, so
I love
and it
that,
just
man.
makes me a better man. It helps makes me a better man. Yeah.
100%, man. Well, it's very clear why you're 11 years in business in the boxing industry, why you got golden gloves, why you got people that are in the special forces, and you got the two locations, you're doing well, man. I'm excited to have this conversation and lead it further. I know you got class starting here in a couple of minutes. Dude, I could talk to you all night, so hopefully we'll get you
Mhm.
back on the show here in the
I would
next
love to
few
be back
weeks.
on.
Absolutely, man. Well, Jermaine, have a great time at class, and we'll get you on here in the next few weeks.
Man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you,
I
man.
appreciate you hopping on with us. Thanks, Jermaine.